The World Cup has kicked off, and as England obsess over rainbow badges and the Germans perform their own special protest in favour of LGBTQ+ people, both teams flop on the pitch. It would seem going woke doesn't do much for your goal difference, and virtue signalling doesn't get you 3 points. It was bizarrely ironic that England took the knee last night in memory of the appalling murder of George Floyd, whilst their opponents, the USA, in whose country this crime happened, did not. Does that make sense to you? Me neither. It's almost like these teams should concentrate on kicking a pig's bladder around the pitch for 20 minutes, or even 90, rather than being saviours of the world. Following last night's hopeless draw to the US, England are currently on both knees, not just one. Workers at a warehouse owned by fashion giant Boohoo have compared themselves to slaves this week, walking 7.5 miles a shift in 32-degree heat, as MPs compare these disturbing conditions to a Victorian workhouse. It's a disgrace, obviously, and it brings a new meaning to the term shop till you drop. Proposed rail strikes will wipe £1.2 billion off the economy as Britain enters a winter of discontent. On the positive side, it means the public won't be paying £7.50 for a stale egg and cress sandwich on the buffet car of the train, and they won't have to go through the indignity of the toilet door automatically opening whilst they're still performing their ablutions. Frankly, I'd rather fly. At least the toilet door locks properly on a plane. As Rishi Sunak refuses to admit whether he has private medical insurance in a Sky News interview, given the fact that his party still trail miles behind Labour in the polls, his blood pressure must be so high he's probably got Bupa on speed dial. Could a spin doctor help? Speaking of health, Vladimir Putin fears he will be killed because there is no forgiveness for czars who lose wars in Russia. Well, it could be worse. He could be sent to the jungle for 3 weeks with this guy. That's what I call a terrifying reptile. I'll take the gulag every time. A woke theatre group has cancelled its performance at Sheffield's Crucible Theatre in protest over their decision to stage the musical Miss Saigon as they condemn its damaging tropes, misogyny and racism. Quite right too. So many of these musicals are dripping in prejudice. You have to feel for how hyenas are portrayed in The Lion King. Sister Act is rude about nuns, and Beauty and the Beast is outrageously insulting for ugly blokes everywhere. And that was Dolan's diary.